Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
To all of you out there in Artekia, if you will, welcome back to the Architects of Fate present the Call of the Netherdeep. We are back with episode 28, 29. I've lost count. But problems with Prolix. Although I don't think we're going to get to those problems with Prolix, because as you might see, the screen's a little thin at the moment with players. So that being said, last we left the Banditos off. They were successful in fending off the ambush of the invisible stalkers. When they were investigating the Life Dome for potential additional entrances, pardon me, to the sunken city of Cael, Morrow. Through their investigations, they came to find that there, in fact, was no secret entrance to Cael, Morrow. And after doing some much-needed repairs to the Life Dome with Aldane trying to restore the foliage and repair the burns, they set their sights out for a pleasant, hopefully a pleasant night's rest, and to go report back to their buddy Prolix. But before we get started, let's introduce the players that I do have and the ones I probably don't. Starting, as always, with our good friend Chance playing the part of Aldane.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Indeed. Our first missing player is the titular Boltar, the Bandito himself.
Hi, everybody.
But being temporarily played by Chance.
This guy.
Also missing in action is Nathaniel. Hopefully he joins us a little bit later, typically in the role of Carmina Artemis Ivy. And as always, can't forget him because he's always sitting there at the bottom of the initiative list. We got Mr. Goliath Man dead naming us this week, playing the part of Goliath.
It's a pleasure as always. I can't wait to see how I'm gonna fuck up the next part.
It'd be, I would be genuinely impressed if you did. But it's you. It's possible. All right, guys. Well, welcome everyone. So last we left off, y'all were just leaving the Life Dome. Kind of half discussing, accommodations for the evening. So that being said, to the half Banditos or Bands or Itos, whatever you want to go with tonight. What would you like to do?
Well, I have thoughts, but unfortunately, the thoughts won't work without having Artemis with us here, and I don't want to. I don't want to decide for Artemis what they're doing.
I guess that's fair.
But Aldane is just like, look, my sleepy tree, the one that's super chill and like has a burn mark scar now that all the other trees think is pretty cool. I'm gonna go hang out in that tree again, and I'm gonna sleep there because it's nice there, and that tree's pretty chill. Boltar, on the other hand, is like, hey guys, I hear there's free food and drinks and maybe a game of poker at the tavern that was like 50 feet away from said tree, which is why I picked that tree in the first place.
As long as they have and Artemis will pipe up. As long as they have strong drinks and soft beds, I suppose I could tag along.
Aldane's like, wait, did you say strong drinks? Hey, tree man, I'll be back later. You wait up for me.
Well, and you all kind of turn to each other, and Artemis will pipe up. Well, to the Golden Cricket it is.
The Golden Cricket.
Oh, speak of the devil!
Hey!
Yay! I don't have to keep doing your voice. Yay!
We just went to the Golden Cricket for strong drinks and soft beds.
That's about it.
Yeah, all right.
All you've missed. Welcome, Nathaniel. Glad to have you with us. Alrighty. So, all of you saunter off. And while most of the nightlife has kind of tuned down a little bit, and I know that the name of the casino isn't the Golden Cricket, it's just that I don't feel like looking it up. It's a golden something. You stroll back in, kind of stroll in there. Goliath, you went in there with Boltar previously, but this is a first for Aldane and Artemis. Where it was, fairly quiet outside. That is not the truth when you walk in here. It is loud. It is boisterous. You hear sounds of games. You hear yells of both, celebration and anguish, often at the same time at opposing sides of your ears. All the sounds that you come to expect with walking into such an establishment. So, now that you're here...
This is exciting. I feel like they need some music.
You guys, you do whatever you want. I'm just gonna call the kids quits tonight because I am tired as fuck. I almost died 2 times today. I need some sleep.
Haven't I healed you yet?
You did.
You haven't. You did physically heal me, but what about my mental state? That's very important as well.
You know what solves mental state problems? Meditation. But barring meditation, very strong whiskeys.
I suppose numbing down myself could be viable for me. Then again,
hey,
what's the worst?
Cheers to getting numb.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers to getting numb. Yeah. So we're going to go into the cricket, and I'm going to be dragging everybody with me there to some table where I am going to not understand that there's a dealer and like practically sit down on the dealer's lap instead of the player's lap and start being like, okay, so how do I do this? Being obnoxious to the dealer without meaning to.
I take it it's your first time. Let's see. I am stall for me for a little bit. I need to look up the games again.
You've got such soft hair. I feel like, do you use nut oils in there? I like to rub a little bit of bark and acorns into my hair sometimes because I just feel like it gives that really good earthy palette in the hair.
Oh, and I allow me to correct while I'm looking at it. It is called the Golden Chip. I wasn't terribly far off.
The Golden Chip.
Close enough.
It was a golden C word. I was almost there.
You're a
close, but no cigar.
Oh my God. F you.
That's it. The DM's going to TPK Draconia. There's no more. There's no more saving.
TPK.
Yep.
Draconia
Just
is no
Draconia,
longer
because
great again.
They haven't had enough
Suffering.
suffering.
Draconia is the only place that is safe. They got a wall.
Not yet, but there
They're-
will be. It's gonna be a huge one.
And the elves are going to pay for it.
This filthy elves.
Those filthy elves. Always getting into other people's stuff.
Oh my goodness! I know it's here.
See out the acorns and some
there it
tree
is.
bark.
Yeah. So, this particular game is called the Gambit of Ord.
The Gambit of Ord.
If you would like to play, each game costs 50 gold pieces as your initial ante. It's you versus these other two players. Both of the other two players, a male drow and a older looking, kind of, all business in the front, party in the back, half orc are kind of just staring you down with death eyes, with their arms crossed, like, can we get around to play the game, please?
I look over to Boltar and I go, "Hey, Boltar, is 50 a lot of gold? Hey, Artemis, is 50 a lot of gold?"
I basically looked at Chance and like, no.
Okay, I put 50 coins down.
Oh God.
Oh,
And I
That's
give
half of
myself
my
guidance,
hits.
by the way.
Oh.
Alrighty. All right. All bets cleared. All bets cleared. Good luck to each and every one of you. All right. So the dealer starts dealing one card out to each of you. Aldane, I need you to roll a d8.
Oh God.
Slash
Here we go again.
R1 D8. How about a 4? No.
All right. And one of the players will kind of turn up and and he's gonna push in. He's gonna put another 20 gold bet from me. The other player, the older looking half orc, he goes, damn, elderly again, and he tosses his card to the center of the table. The action is now to you.
And I look over at the dealer and be like, "This is fun. What do I do now?"
Oh, well,
Oh, God.
you can either call his bet, you can fold, or you can raise.
Okay. What should I do?
Well, I can exactly provide assistance to you myself. Perhaps one of your comrades can.
I look over at the mullet man. What am I supposed to do here?
Oh dear, I guess I'm out of the hand. What do you have? And
I don't know.
But say it quietly. And he'll lean over to you and like, do you turn your card up to him?
Oh, God, here we go.
Can I do a performance check here, plus the guidance to be like, I have a 2. Is that good?
Oh, if it
But I'm
means-
saying it loud enough for the drow to hear, which is why I'm saying a performance check,
and
because it's not true.
so that would be a deception check,
Damn
actually.
it! I was hoping for performance.
Ah.
But
Plus
you know what?
2.
Add your performance modifier since it's
Yay!
he's just gonna roll a flat d20
Whoops.
to see if he buys your bullshit.
27.
And so with that, he goes, wait, his voice was, I think you should call. I think.
Okay, I'll do that. So I call.
All right. All right. all bets clear.
This is fun, guys.
And the dealer
We
will
need some music.
the dealer will pass each of you another card. So for that, roll a d6.
2.
All right. You might have me. And he'll tap on the table. Like, I'll check it. Check it to the heavy better over here.
So this time I'm going to do the same thing, but I want to intentionally fail my performance check.
Okay, this is gonna be spicy.
I got another 2. Is that okay? But I want to intentionally fail it so he can tell that I'm bullshitting. So I'm succeeding at failing.
Hey, wait a minute. You played this before. Like, you're putting on an act, aren't you?
And I look at him and I go, poor little old druid me? No. I play music, thanks.
And the dealer will motion to you like, sir, your action.
Oh. What am I supposed to do? Do I
Do
call
you
again?
better check? Better check.
Let's go with the bet.
And how much will you bet?
I go to the drow. How much am I supposed to bet?
Well, I suppose you could do another 20.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's do another 20, man.
All right.
This is how addiction starts.
And the drow, intimidated by your finally realizing your well, in poker we call it Hollywooding. He's like, these goddamn, and he slams his cards into the muck towards the dealer, and like the dealer will collect all the gold and push everything your way. Congratulations, sir!
Yay!
So that would be 100. He bet 20. So yeah, that's gonna be 120 gold your way.
Sweet. And I look at the drow and I'm like, thanks, man. I had a 2 and a... Oh, wait, this was not a 2. It was a 4. But I don't think that's very good.
Ah, son of a bitch! And he turns his cards over before the dealer collects them. He had an 8 and a 2.
All right, so 100 and... You said 120 more?
Mm-hmm.
439. Okay. And now I'm going to get up and be like, that was fun, but we really need some music. I keep getting in trouble when I just play music, though. So I'm going to go find the proprietor.
Well, all right. The dealer would be like, well, if you're interested in performing, there is a stage over there. As it happens to be, it's open mic night.
Ooh.
So if you go talk to old Cattail Charlie over there, he should be able to put you on the board.
I go and find Cattail Charlie and get myself on the board.
All right. So before we do that, while Aldane is off signing up for open mic, what are the other bandits doing?
I'm at the nearest bar. I'm just taking down whiskey shots one after another.
All right. Out of curiosity, how many? Give me a number.
Why don't you roll?
Roll it. Roll it.
No.
Roll it.
Fuck it. Okay,
Roll
so should I roll D6?
D20.
No.
All right, D12. D12. Give me a D12.
Fine. Okay. Fine. For what do I roll exactly? Like, do I get any bonuses?
Flat D12.
Whatever
All right.
you roll is how many shots you got.
Oh my god.
With advantage because you're with friends.
Yes, of course. 4. I can live with 4. That's fine. Whew.
All right, and so in the midst of your drinking, you end up spending 2 silver on shots of whiskey.
Let's go stream.
How many silver points?
You spend 2 silver.
2 silver. The notes.
I'll make this go away. There's a thing there.
And we'll get back to Artemis when they get back in their chair.
There she
Oh.
is.
There she is. Okay. In the meantime, Artemis, what are you doing?
I made sure that our draconian friend got the not the not the high shelf, but at least and not the cheap stuff, like the middle shelf of the whiskey.
All right,
Just
cool.
to
You
get
made sure he didn't end up with rail. Gotcha.
You're getting Maker's Mark, sir.
Yeah, so
Goddamn.
those shots are hitting you good. As soon as I tip the bartender with 2 gold pieces as thanks, I overhear Aldane's going to open mic night, and I'm like, I'm going to stay outside. I know exactly what he's going to play. I know exactly.
So I will thank you very much for that transition, because that little investigation of y'all's took you into sunset, and now that you've been y'all have been playing games for a little bit, and you've done a little bit of drinking, it is now turning to night.
Yes, finally.
I would say a 10's gonna do it. On a D100, no less. Oh, Artemis, 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 Artemis. As you step outside, you kind of take take in the cool evening air and look to the skies and enjoy the lovely array of stars above you. However, your attention is almost immediately directed towards the blood moon, Ruidus. Oh yeah, and we got a week to kill. So there's look, we passed by so many nights. The DC on it keeps going down until it hits. And it kind of flickers a little bit more, and then you just see it completely go black, almost appearing as a black circle in the sky before, from the center, you see its radiant energy just begin to billow, and poof, the entire moon is now lit, and the sudden, immediate need to fulfill your sanguine hunger is high and mighty in your mind.
Okay. I know. Yeah. Okay. So once this happens, my immediate primal instinct kicks in. I'm looking for someone who's down on their luck, or someone of high who's. How can I put this? I'm looking for someone who's not. Okay, yes, I'm looking for someone who's slightly rich but walking on his own.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. Let's see what you get, and I'm just going to roll a d4. See who's walking by.
Second, I know I got advantage, but I gotta make. I don't think this works, but how many Fey fiends? Oh wait, that's information. Never mind. Investigation.
With an 18, you feel again. You feel the need to immediately satiate this hunger. So you're, needless to say, you're not as picky as you would prefer to be. However, in your brief moments of lucidity, standing above the hunger, you do find a mark that matches your preferred feeding demographic, if you will. And you see him about 2 blocks down, and with an 18, you also see that you also noticed that he had just passed a pair of guards that were going in the opposite direction.
Cool. I'm going to follow him up to the point where, as soon as we're out of sight, grab, activate the jewel, and stick my fangs into him.
All right. With that,
I'm drinking, just drinking.
And the longer and longer this goes on, you feel him, where he was, wriggling and trying to break out of your grip. You feel his ability to fight back begin to weaken and weaken and weaken until he just goes limp in your grip.
Drain him like completely. We will have. I think we do have to touch base on how vampirism works because there's lots of different.
We will. That's fine. But we got 2 weeks from today to figure that one out, so we're good.
Let's just say I bring it to the point where it could cross the line between how vampirism actually works and where he's just an empty husk.
Well, you said drain him dry. I was going to take that very little.
Well, I mean, again, we have to discuss how the vampirism type thing works. If I drain him dry.
Right. So, in my head canon, you've had it under control. You're kind of like Blade, as long as I can have my serum. And you got your version of the serum. But when Ruidus, is at full blast, rationale is very hard for Artemis to find. Mm-hmm. You had enough to find a preferred target. Beyond that is going to require rolls. So, that being said, let's see. To see if you are able to, recover your mind in time to spare this poor soul. Let's give it a
I just want to get.
Let's give it a
Go ahead.
Let's give it a survival check for that one.
Because what happens is if I get to the point where I can understand, or you can make me understand that if I just suck him dry like a juice box, fine, his husk will be in the. But if there's a chance that he becomes a vampire, I want to leave his ass in the deserts. So when he comes to, the sun will burn his ass up.
Fair enough.
So you want survival?
Well, let's see what happens. So go ahead and give me that survival check to see if you either spare him. We're going to say a high roll is going to be spare. Low roll, suck him dry is nothing but skin and bones, effectively.
They both landed on 8, so it's a 10.
Dead center. So, so for the record, I had a DC of 12 in mind for that. So, with that, Artemis just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling, and again, you feel him go limp, but you do not give a shit. You are hungry, and you're going to satisfy that hunger. You drain this guy absolutely dry. And once you've had your fill, and you've had your fill because you continue to try and feed, but there's nothing more coming, you just drop him to the ground. You are still invisible. He's not.
Am I still hungry, or am I slated?
You are satiated for now.
His corpse into the dead body, into the bag of holding. Doesn't need air. He's dead.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I go look for it.
Just for funsies, let's get a stealth check to see if you're quick enough on that. Just for fun.
I am heavily proficient in stealth, so this should be fun. 30-20.
With a dirty 20, he is in the bag. You kind of do a quick little look around, and it seems no one took notice of your actions.
I go further. Like a predator, I go to another location and look for my next target to for another juice box.
All right. I'm going to cut back over to the others, but I do sincerely hope you add a husk of a human corpse to your bag of holding in your inventory.
Hopefully with at least enough blood for a vial.
Yeah, you could have saved enough for a vial. Boltar would have been happy, would you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Boltar. Were you there when I was feeding, draining him dry? Can you break through the vampire hunger to make me say, "Oh yeah, I should maybe save a hunk of vial for him"? Oh, could you just bleed into this vial, please? Just don't spill it, please. I got cards.
Meanwhile, back at the Golden Ship,
at the motel.
Goliath, are you standing pat on 4 shots of whiskey, or?
Nah, I definitely can take 4 shots.
Okay, so you're standing pat with that. No more. Got it. Meanwhile, what did I call him earlier? Cattail Charlie. Aldine, you walk up to Cattail, and he goes, hey, how are you? Are you interested in signing up tonight for the open mic?
Yeah, I want to do an open mic. What's an open?
It's just a fancy way of saying we can't afford performers every night, so we get some dummies. I mean, volunteers to come and perform.
You can't afford. I just made like 120 gold a few seconds ago. Like, how can you not afford?
Hey, look, boss man's cheap. It's all about the bottom dollar.
Do you stack your money?
He certainly does.
As I look around, really confused about why money on the bottom of the stack is worth more than the top of the stack. Okay.
So anyway, are you interested in performing?
Yes. I'll play. All
right. The last performer just came off, and as you see that, you kind of turn to look to the audience, and they are being vicious towards this person. They're just, boo! You suck! You should have picked up another hobby. Boo!
No.
Everyone is just being absolutely vicious towards this poor soul. And as he kind of walks down the few steps off the stage and passes you, he's like, good luck, man. You're gonna need it. These guys are assholes. And he runs off.
Strange.
If you need someone to console him, just point him in the way of Artemis. She'll be happy to make you feel no pain. No pain whatsoever.
So Aldane's gonna do like almost a Laurel and Hardy sort of thing. He's gonna pull out his bagpipe. He's gonna place it on the stool. The normal bagpipe. He places the bagpipe on the stool. Doesn't say a word. Squeaks it a couple of times. Squeaks a couple times. Pulls out his other bagpipe.
Oh god, no, here we go again.
Squeaks it, plays a note. Squeaks it, plays a note. Guidance performance, as I'm going to be playing my bagpipes that make me invisible while wiggling the chair to make it look like the other bagpipe is playing on its own.
Roll that with advantage, would you?
1d20 plus 5. And then roll 1d4. That would be a 26.
So the audience, you hear, huh? What? and the cheers and the roars of positive affirmation just begin to build and build and build
Every now
until
and then
you're
I'll
well.
stop playing, like I'm standing out in the crowd, and then I'll stop playing and be like, "This is fun."
Going invisible every time that you restart your bagpipe playing. And I think the chat has a request if you know it. I still believe.
Sax man, sax man.
Not the same one, but fair enough. I still believe. And at this point, if you were not invisible, for some reason your shirt would be completely off, revealing the oiled up six-pack underneath. Just a bit of fan service for those in chat.
We'll give them the fan service, and I won't take my shirt off, so you're good.
So with that, let's see. Eventually, of course, as all performances must, your song and dance comes to a close, and holy shit! Rolling a D100, you got all of it. That's a full 100 gold.
Buddy, this is money, baby.
This is a very profitable night for someone that doesn't believe in currency.
439, 539. It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't care or understand. Or want to understand. Because that requires caring. Is the prior performer still there?
Oh no, he hauled ass, he's gone.
He left? That's too bad. All right. Well, Boltar is going to be grumpy that I made a bunch of money because he doesn't have any money. And he is most likely, I'm going to assume Boltar is doing a little bit of like his clairvoyancy thing to be like, hey guys, if you want to find out if the next card going to be a good roll for you, just drop me off a few coins and I'll let you know if that next card you're going to get at the next table is going to let you win or not. Busking to tell people if they're going to be lucky on their next set of dice.
So eventually he does get 4 interested parties, all of whom, and I know you can't edit this, if you can,
he does have some money. Oh, he does have some money. I didn't realize. I thought he was out.
I'll round that up. Each of them paying him 5 gold each.
So 20 gold.
And then for Boltar...
Oh, I can't edit it. Oh.
You cannot. For Boltar, highs or lows?
Highs, always high.
Everyone seems to like all 4 of those people that bought his shtick are continuing to believe it, whether the cards fell their way or not.
And Evney in chat is correct. He's also pickpocketing while we're doing this.
I was waiting for that because that's what I figured Boltar might be doing.
Yeah, he's also doing a pickpocket.
So he does there is no shortage of loose coin purses within this casino.
Before he pickpockets, he's asking Aldane for guidance without telling Aldane he's being a thief. So there's a little bit of a deception check though. But Aldane always has disadvantage on figuring out deception. Aldane always has disadvantage on figuring out the deception checks from him. So if he succeeds, he gets guidance.
I'll roll for his, I don't know what his modifier is. You'll have to tell me that.
+6. Deception is
+6.
+6.
So his deception is going to be a dirty 20.
And my insight is +5. 20 +5. Okay. He succeeds, and so I will give him guidance.
All right. And again, no.
A whopping 1 point of bonus.
So again, no shortage of loose coin purses around here. And certainly even lesser shortage of drunken casino goers. Aldane eventually singles in on or I should say, settles in on a single target. What is his sleight of hand modifier?
His sleight of hand is +4.
Do you want to roll for him, or should I?
Yeah, I'll go for him. He gets a +1 to it, so roll 1d20 plus.
Puppy, what's up?
A whopping 9. Uh-oh.
Ooh. All right. With that, let's see. This particular patron rolled a 6. Okay. A 9 will pass. On their persons, they had 70 gold on them.
That is 90 gold to him. I'll message him and let him know.
Broke as fuck.
Thank you. So, all that being said, and Goliath just slinging his whiskeys back, enjoying the dulcet tunes of Aldane. Is there anything else we would like to do tonight before the evening gives way to the morning?
At this point, I probably realized that Artemis isn't there, and I'm going to go look for her.
Well, before I'm gonna head to bed of tonight, I'm gonna give some people, or at least try to give them some flyers to make Draconia great again. I would like to try at least, though.
This place is very much populated with people. How much are you selling your flyers for this time?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. Is 1 gold too much or too little?
1 gold's what you've been selling it for so far.
Oh, I suppose it is a special occasion because everyone seems to have the joy of their life. Let's up it to 3 gold.
With that, you convince 11 separate people to purchase your literature. Literature in hard quotations. In the Skype chat, Nathaniel makes a good point. The bouncers would in fact usually toss them out for this.
Oh, for real?
Well, in your typical
They don't want politics
casino,
in their gambling.
100%. But for sake of funsies, we're going to let it go. So that being said, you sell to 11 people, you gain 33 gold.
30
So go ahead and add that into your coffers.
3 golds.
But if you plan to stay at the Golden Chip, they have no shortage of rooms available. They have 3 tiers that you can pick from. Your bargain hunters, which will run you 1 gold. A decent room will run you 3 gold. But if you want the creme de la creme, and potentially stay in the penthouse suite that Boltar and y'all robbed earlier, then that would run you 10 gold.
That's pretty ironic. I would like to go for the penthouse. I want to celebrate this special evening, simply because I just annihilated 2 invisible stalkers, so I'm gonna loathe myself.
There you go.
So 11 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
To stay at the hotel, it's a 10. 10.
10. All right, 10 golds. All right.
Now, that said, with Goliath going off to bed, can I also assume that you probably tap Aldane on the shoulder, just like, hey, I'm going up, I'm sleepy?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Everyone deserves to have a piece of their mind if they want to. I'm not going to take away their joy if they want to stay.
Boltard be doing probably about the same. And Aldane doesn't really stand places, but wants to know where Artemis went. because one of his friends is gone.
That's a fair point.
Well, Boltar's like, yeah, I'm with Goliath on this one, and all things being fair, there, Aldane, like in all the nights that the four of us have been together, Artemis typically she's like a cat, you know. She leaves the house, but you know she's gonna come back eventually. So I'm wrecked. I'm tired. I'm gonna go with Goliath,
Yeah, let's call it a day, man. We've been through shit today.
and I'm gonna collapse on the floor. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, he is he has been injured and healed, kind of like you. But I
Yeah,
am going and looking
he
for
got
Artemis, like,
KO'd
as
in
Haldane is gonna
that
go
fight.
I almost died, so
Yeah, you never got put into death saving throws. Boltar did.
that's true.
All right, and with that, do you go, Aldane? Do you go outside to go look for Artemis, or do
Yeah,
you
when I
take the
realize that he's
advice
not
of
there inside the
Boltar?
casino. No, I'm going to go out and looking when I realize that he's not there.
Okay. So you go outside and, you know, you kind of start looking around and, you know, you're looking for any sign of your friend. You're looking for tracks. You're looking for, tall, long-haired brunette women. And, you know, there's no shortage of either of those two things. So I'm going to need an investigation check. And this is going to be a relatively high DC given the circumstances.
I'm also going to do guidance just for good measure because I can. 15.
So with a 15 total, you've gotten used to being around Artemis so much that you're used to the perfume she tends to prefer. You get a little bit of, and it's a very faint scent, but something about it is, you know, it's familiar, but it's also got something just a twinge different to it. But if you want to be Toucan Sam and follow your nose,
Toucan Sam and follow my nose.
Let's go.
Oh, to death.
So, eventually, with that, you go looking around, and your nose eventually leads you to this alley, where for those of us watching at home, this is where the murder happened, and the scent is much stronger. It feels as if it's much closer. And you're looking around for any evidence, and all you can find is but a single drop of blood that is already crusted into the sand below your feet.
Okay. High's the right idea, low's the wrong idea. Highs. Okay. So if I rolled low, it would have been, oh my god, she's been kidnapped! But no, I'm going to assume that she probably caused that, but I still want to continue to find her.
All that's smell.
Roll me a quick little history check.
History. I have a +2 on history.
And it hasn't been terribly long, so give me that at advantage.
Oh, even dirty 20.
Nice. With that, you start to put together in your mind to the point that you look up at the sky, and that you see Ruidius is glowing at its highest capacity. And you remember back when the Banditos found their way in the Bazexam, what happened last time that Ruidus was at its most vibrant.
And botted and blocked. Okay. Well, as I'm going to continue to look around, but I'm also going to assume that she was going to end up at the nice place. And if I don't have any better direction, going towards the nice place.
Okay. So with that, Artemis, at this point, you were about a block and a half away. Give me a highs or lows to see if your hunger is satiated to survive you the rest of the night. Highs, as it stands right now, you feel because you drained that poor person dry, you feel very full, and your logical thinking mind begins to return to you.
Okay, so from what they saw last time, the white or red haze comes out of my eyes. I take it and I'm like,
Well, no one's around you.
I know, but again, I got to do it for people, the
Sure.
wonderful people who was not here for the last feeding and don't know what happened. But my eyes return to their normal, like, oh, not bad. Okay. Okay. I start making a beeline towards the Cobalt Soul.
Towards the Cobalt Soul. Got it. So while you're making that beeline, Aldane, are you doing anything else for the evening, or do you?
So my plan is I'm going to spend a couple hours trying to find Artemis, and I'll go to the fancy place and see if she's there. And if I don't, I only need 4 hours of sleep. I'll get 4 hours of sleep in my tree later. But
All right.
I'm going to spend several hours of the night looking.
Okay, so as you stated, you went to the fancy place looking for her, but she is not there. And at this point, you guys have kind of gone in opposing directions. So your investigation and looking for Artemis comes up fruitless. And you go sleep in a tree. Artemis, you arrive at the front door of the Library of the Cobalt Soul, where it is the front door is presently manned by but 2 guards. It's like, halt! What is your business here?
No, they don't see me. I just scale the wall and just.
Oh, they still get it with disadvantage. Yep, you're fine. What is your intention once you're in there?
Find the room that I was allowed to stay in during my first couple of visits, and then I just sleep for the time being.
Okay.
I sleep the rest of at least enough that it won't cause me exhaustion the next morning, since I've had my fill of the night.
And with that, sleep finds the Banditos separated, but they all sleep finds them all until consciousness returns to each of you the following morning. With that, I think since...
Oh, Tree, thanks for that sleep. You are so firm. I love that sleep, man. You're cool.
Yeah, man. It's always my pleasure. Feel free to sleep in my branches whenever you want.
That leafy blanket was wonderful.
Oh, I know.
And I'm gonna put an extra leaf in my hair.
Ow! Oh, hey, look, man. I'm not opposed to souvenirs, but you got to warn an ants before you do that. Oh, yeah, have a nice day. And you see the branches kind of just, wobble at you as you're walking off.
And I walk off being like, wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble.
And are you making your way back towards your friends at the Golden
Yeah, at
Shell?
the Golden Cricket. They're slept there. I'll probably get some food and wait for them in the breakfast area.
Alrighty. So Boltar and Goliath, both of you kind of stir awake simultaneously. And both of you had a chuckle when you first entered the room and noticed that they did assign you the penthouse suite that you so expertly absconded with most of the fixtures and the valuable things. And it seems in the 2 weeks since, they've been struggling to return the room back to its previous status.
Its former glory.
They were able to repaint the walls, kind of clean up the furniture. However, you notice that the gold and the platinum fixtures are much better attached to either whatever furniture they're on. They're bolted to the wall far better. Because of course, the moment Boltar walked in there, he's like, "Oh, they've already replenished." Fuck. And he'll turn to you like, "Hey, before we check out, let's try to get some. Help me out with this." And he's trying to pull a golden sconce off the wall.
I mean, if no one is looking.
You're in there by yourselves. So give me a strength check if you would. Chance, can you give me a strength check for Boltar?
Yes. He has a -1.
Oh lord, we're gonna fuck
One.
up.
Yeah, 2 magic users with a strength check. What could go wrong?
13.
I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
So with an
19, yes.
with an average of, we'll call that 15, the both of you start pulling it, and then you are just about to give up on trying to get it out, but you hear, and the sconce is in each one of each of your hands in.
With a great and terrible crash.
Fuck yeah. That's how we do it around here, boys.
But Goliath,
Oh god.
highs or lows?
I've been on a roll today, but lows.
With that, it doesn't take terribly long. About 20-30 seconds later, you hear,
Hey, what's going on in there?
Oh fuck! Okay, but what the fuck are we gonna do? We look at what we have in our hands.
housekeeping, let us in, please.
Is it possible I can get it? Push it in the wall? Is it possible with another strength check?
You can see if it will loosely
cast
hold in
minor
there.
illusion. I know he's got a minor illusion spell. I just have to find. Yes, he has minor illusion to minor illusion it back up onto the wall.
I would
So-
appreciate that very much.
So Boltar just, kind of waves his hand all over the wall, and suddenly it would seem that that the sconce is back on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
And
Guys.
he opens the door. Can I help you?
I
I was just getting cleaned up here. Do you mind if I take a shower? This is really rude.
I do
what
mind.
The hell's going?
And he pushes
Come
right
on.
past Boltar.
What the hell, man?
We heard a lot
Hey.
of ruckus in here. Whoa,
Uh,
Sorry.
What,
I still
can't a
have-
man trip and fall out of these beds? Have you seen how tall these beds are? They are a danger and a menace to society. I stubbed my toe on the corner of that bed, and then I tripped and I fell. And you guys need to be paying me because now my toe hurts. It might be broken. I need to go see a healer. You need to give me money.
I'm getting a fucking migraine of this. Oh,
Deception
it's-
with advantage.
Do we need to do that both?
No,
Roll one,
just
D,
Boltar,
1D
just
plus
Boltar.
6.
Come on.
14.
I know
Uh, And let's see, the casino.
So this is also, if he had his portents, he would be using one of his portents. I just don't know what to do with his portents on it.
Oh,
Because you know he would roll on that one.
yeah,
He just gets two
absolutely.
die 20s, right?
roll
Just
two
two d20s in the morning?
d20s, and he can replace rolls with that. And if you get a particularly
17.
what? Ooh.
Okay.
Which brings
And
that to
what's
a
his
total
deception
of
modifier?
23 plus 6. So a
You
23
probably
total.
want to use that because
Yeah, 23 total.
casino
23.
security rolled a 19.
Ooh, 23
Ooh.
is
23 total at the security.
All right.
Well, terribly sorry to have disturbed your stay. Not for nothing. We've recently had a string of robberies. If you can believe
Robberies? What kind of chicken shit place is this? Not only are you telling me that people are losing their stuff, I need to go and check my stuff now. If I've got anything stolen, you guys are paying for it. Also, where's my money to go to the medic? I got to go and talk to a medic now.
You can talk to front of house. All right, bye.
holy shit.
Closes the door very quickly behind him, leans against it. Whoo!
Holy shit, guy. We are ready today. This is the best day of our life.
Can we get another one?
If you want to
Nope.
chance that interaction
No,
again,
no. We're done. We're done for today.
He's taking the silverware.
um, so
We are not bailing you out of jail.
since you messaged him earlier, also message him that he ends up with a sconce that can be sold for 25 gold, and about another 5 gold in silverware.
Damn. Gaining a lot of money today.
Why do I have a feeling that we're going to go back to the Gladiator Dome, where Aldane will have to battle for his freedom?
I haven't ruled out the possibility.
I'm getting that vibe. I mean,
Like-
yeah.
Well, you mean Boltar, because Aldane is not here right now.
Yeah,
But I'm
Boltar's
probably in the breakfast room by now.
Hey, look, trial by combat. That's, we could go with that. But that's if they ever catch you. So, in the meantime, we go back to the main floor of the casino where Aldane has arrived and has, sat himself down in front of the bar, and lovely little, redheaded halfling will just kind of, on the other side of the bar is like, oh, good day, sir. What are you having today?
I'll have the breakfast.
Well, we serve many types of breakfast. Is there anything that you're craving today? We do carry most of your
Around
pleasures.
really uncomfortably. I don't usually do this alone. My friend Boltar usually tells me the good stuff.
Oh, so you need someone to recommend? Can I recommend you my favorites?
Yes, that would be awesome.
Excellent. I hope it's to your liking, and I'll be right back with that. Can I get you anything to drink?
Yes.
What's your fancy? Well, are you craving some coffee or a little bit of
Sure.
the hair of the dog that bit you?
That sounds good too. Can I do both?
One Irish coffee it is. Be right back.
Yay! And when I
Yes,
do
an
have the
Irish coffee
coffees,
where Ireland doesn't exist.
Aldane has never had that before, and so when he does, he's just going to be like, "Oh my god!"
and it does take about 10 minutes before she. It takes 2 minutes for her to come back with the coffee and cause that reaction. About 10 minutes later, she comes back with a heaping plate of eggs, bacon, hash browns, and French toast on it for you.
The wood elf starts out at the French toast.
So she'll lay it out, and here you go, sir. I do hope that's to your pleasure.
This looks amazing. Have you tried this? What did you call it? The Irikithy? Irikithy?
Oh, well, it's
Is that a family name?
It's Irish coffee. It's an old family favorite of mine. It's
This
just
is the
simple
greatest thing
coffee
of all
with
time.
with 2 shots of whiskey in it.
This is the greatest thing of all time.
Now that sounds delightful.
Oh, I'm so pleased that you enjoy it. But that will be 2 silver for everything.
2 silver. Which one's more, silver or gold? I always get this wrong. It's
Gold,
it's gold.
oh,
That's worth more, right?
yes, my darling. Gold's more.
So so 2 gold is more than 2 silver?
Yes, it is.
Is 1 gold more than 2 silver?
It is.
Okay. I don't think I have any silver. Oh, I do have silver. I've got 10 of these silvers. Do you want those?
Just the 2 will do, and if you would like to provide any extra for excellent service, I certainly wouldn't argue.
Well, unless Boltar, Artemis, or Goliath gets in there to tell him to stop drinking Irish coffees, he's going to be having 10 silvers of Irish coffees.
Oh, very well. And it is at this point both Goliath and Boltar have, kind of, did the best crime scene cleanup that they could before finding their way to the tavern part of the Golden Chip.
That took forever. Oh, I'm starving, boy.
I can't believe we got away with it again.
Let's hope not.
You're starving. Try these eggs and bacons and sausagey things. I just want the French toast and this
Now,
masterpiece.
that guy is speaking my language.
This
Let me see what you have.
You guys need some of these. Some more for my friends, please.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And she goes off and retrieves everything for you. Irish coffees in front of both Boltar and Goliath. So you got them all, and if you gave her all 10 silver, that covers them, and 1 refill on the coffees for each of you.
All right.
I couldn't find Artemis last night. She disappeared again.
Again?
Yeah. Some
Boltar
stuff
pipes
happened,
up. Is like, come on. She has a habit of doing that. Like, I'd be more surprised if she stayed with us for an evening.
Honestly, she's kind of like a cat.
True. Yes.
I mean, it's the
but
truth.
I thought she got kidnapped at first because there were some blood drops that I found, but I think she's okay.
She got catnapped.
Oh. And Boltar will kind of have that kind of similar realizations like, did you happen to get a look at the blood moon last night?
Quite red.
Oh, shit. Well, breakfast.
So these Irish coffees are amazing, right?
They're actually pretty good. That is a very whiskey taste, but I like it.
I think she's okay.
Oh, hopefully she is.
I'm more worried about whoever isn't okay.
Oh, let's okay. Like I said, she finds her way home, and if not, we'll break her out of prison. Maybe. Whatever. And with that, we will leave the Banditos enjoying, their lovely breakfast to Artemis waking up in an empty room at the Library of the Cobalt Soul. That was empty when you went to sleep, but as you come to consciousness, you find 4 monks of the Cobalt Soul kind of just looking over top of you. It's like, well, good, you're finally awake.
Time to cross the border.
Good morning.
Sorry.
You care to explain yourself to us?
I dropped the name of the person I've been in contact with from the Cobalt Soul and said, yeah, I have information for her.
This is highly unorthodox, typically. If you wish to deliver information to... Oh, bugger. Actually, I do have... Or I thought I had that page bookmarked. I do!
Name me
Good idea.
McTasterface.
Or I did that.
McTasterface? I barely know her face.
Typically, any information to be passed on to the High Curator is to be filtered through those that he trusts. So, that being said, what information do you bring?
I'm still flat on my back. My hands are out where they can see me, and you are.
We are the
How do I
ones
know
that
that?
are going to throw you into the dungeon if you don't start answering questions.
How do I know he trusts you?
You're going to have to take it as a leap of faith. You are not in a negotiating position at the moment.
I would argue with that. I would argue that, but you're probably right. I've been here quite a few times before, helping out in the library,
And in
gathering
those
information.
previous times, did you happen to notice that we had a front door? The guards last evening reported no entries, and yet here you are, occupying a room that is empty on our ledger.
Yeah, that's strange. How the hell did I end up in here?
That is exactly what we aim to learn.
Okay.
So,
I just look at him and smile. First time I've actually done that. But
they seem unamused. So, explain yourself. How did you get in? And what is this this information that you bring for High Curator Jamil?
I basically go into the backstory of how I came here, how I was employed by the Cobalt Soul to gather bits and pieces of information. I don't give them like specific details, but enough that it warrants that's my credentials.
Very well. Well, if well, it seems you're already good and comfortable. So how about you stay that way? And he'll call over one of the other monks that is stationed outside the door. He leans into his ear and passes along the information's like, and go take it to him now, and ask what he wants to do with this one. Is what you end up hearing. So that one runs off, and about 10 very uncomfortable minutes later, he comes in, leans into him, is like, yes. Oh, all right. Well, and this entire time they've all had their bow staffs kind of, pointed into you and kind of just not really touching you, but if they wanted to, just but 1 inch push in, you'd have 4 bow staffs holding you to the floor of the bed.
I do have to ask this: are they all guys? I mean, chick standing right there.
I would say, let's see, male female split, and it's not all humans, of course. It looks like three male, 1 female.
I don't suppose they. Okay, I'm not gonna push my luck.
You can certainly try.
I mean, how tempted or how's their control?
Well, they're monks with the Library of the Cobalt Soul.
But
Monks being the key word in that phrase.
But even monks get tempted.
Up to you. You get the famous line. If there ever was one, you can certainly try.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to tempt fate. I'm just like, yep. I'm sitting there like no armor, just like in a sleeping gown. I'm just like, I guess. I'm just like,
So eventually the monk that had kind of been been told pass along the information. You see him whisper into the ear. He's like, all right, well, and you see them kind of all pull their bow staffs back into the standby position. Like, well, it would seem that you have provided to us before, and we have extended you courtesies before. But consider this the last unofficial courtesy that we provide to you. Um, the next time you care to visit, just please use the front door. We have no ill will, but when people start sneaking their way in, we are going to have questions. I'm sure you understand.
absolutely. And I apologize for the disturbance. If I may make a comment, if I were to see the guards last night, I would have made sure that I would have told them who I was. Because I've been here before, as I said, I've been here before, and your guards are very, very resilient. What's that word you monks use? I can't think of it right now. It's early morning.
Well, as they
Um,
both missed your unauthorized entry, both of them are being placed on corrective actions. So,
I
to
reach over.
to better serve the guards and to keep their names out of trouble, if you care for them as you claim to, just walk by, give them your name, and as you are in, as it stands right now, decent standing with the library, just come on in and give them your name. You're on the ledger. You are welcome. But should some occurrence of anything resembling this happen again, we will not be as kind the next time around. Am I understood?
Like sandglass. I reach into my bag, pull out a sealed letter, and I hand it to him and say, "You, as a trusted person, can read this before it is taken to what's his name." It basically tells them what happened in the Life Dome and what happened.
Ah. Oh, so it seems our friends at the Allegiance seem to have thought they found themselves a secret entrance to Cael Morrow. Interesting.
Yeah, and apparently it looks like a third party's after it too because some invisible stalkers tried to stop us. They were dealt with.
Well, I'm happy to hear you were able to deal with that ambush. You said this in your writing. This seems to be addressed to the allegiance of all sites, which is no, it's not.
It's not. It's not addressed to the legions. It's addressed to the Cobalt Soul.
Well, it just
To the
so let me roll this back. So, well, it's already come back to us that uh, well, at very least, your compatriots are under the employ of the Allegiance, which all the cards on the table. We are very friendly with the Allegiance. We do have some differing views, but nothing to cause us any agita, if you will. Uh, so, if we can trust that the same information will be delivered to them, um, then we bear no ill will.
I can assure you that the same information will be delivered to them by the Banditos. It's just I am giving the Cobalt Soul this information as well. So in case anything is left out, and the preservation of knowledge is kept.
Very well. Well, if we're all done with the information exchange here, yes.
One more thing. I carefully reach into my bag, into the bag of holding, pull out the Rudis sword.
Barehanded, huh?
Oh no, I use.
You said nightgown earlier. I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's fine then. I pull it out by the handle, not by the blade,
Mm-hmm.
and I place it on the ground.
Oh.
And say, "This is a sword that has been corrupted by the Rudis." I would strongly say this needs to be cleansed, or it could be used for whatever reason. I was talking earlier, and they said the Rudis had its uses.
And ruidium is the element. So you see him kind of reach into his satchel, pull out a little piece of not parchment. Sorry. Gosh.
Something.
Cloth, whatever. And kind of uses like, oh, a very fine piece indeed. We can. This is a very fine piece indeed. Are you sure you want us to decorrupt it? It is not without its uses, as long as you take the precautionary steps to not be corrupted yourself.
For the moment, and for now, I want this as proof of my loyalty to and my honesty to the Cobalt Soul, and to prove that you have that you can trust me.
Well, we are in no shortage of ruidium infused products. So your offering is appreciated, and he'll kind of hand it back over to you, but not accepted. And
This time I do.
He does hand it to you with the cloth.
I take a second cloth and just take.
Yes. You're just gonna if you're not terribly familiar, as long as you have for something that you're gonna hold with your hands, you probably want some gloves before you go using that again.
I have the gloves. They're just in my bag. Would you happen to have a scabbard for this, or sheath?
We do not, but any of the blacksmiths within the marketplace should be able to take care of you there.
Safety first. So thank you again for your hospitality. Thank you again for your trust and allowing me to give you this information. I hope it serves the library and serves the Cobalt Soul.
Indeed, and if you find yourself a bit peckish, do pass by the mess and help yourself.
I'm good, thank you again. And I start gathering my belongings. I'm like, I was gonna watch.
Yeah, one by one they begin to file out and close the door. The one you've been talking to is the last one to walk out, and he pulls the door shut behind him.
Just because I'm just gonna do it just for the sake of it. I want to do a perception or an insight check to see if there's any spy holes.
Go ahead. I would say that's an investigation check.
It doesn't work because it's for Phase Fiend and Undead. Okay. What? I don't believe that. I don't believe this again. Okay, so that's better. Investigation. I'll go with the 13 because it's I'll go because it's not an advantage.
Looks like a normal room.
Okay, so I just change into my armor, change into my thing, put my bag on, and Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that outside. I leave. I give my name to the guards and say thank you for your continued service and protection. I go find a quiet. I go find where I disposed of the visible stalker's body, and I want to loot them plus the corpse in my bag.
Right, I forgot about that. So, in all
It's like
things
my
being fair, because when you asked that, I was just like, they're essentially just ethereal beings that would have no reason to carry anything nor wear any armor. So,
Good to know then. Okay, then what did the dead body have on him?
your victim, you mean?
One hand victim, one hand dead body.
Tomato, tomato.
Wow.
Um,
What's a shriveled tomato?
because because you did successfully target a rich bitch, literally taking Eat the Rich to heart. We're going to roll a D100 for this. How does this keep landing on double zeros? You get 80 gold out of it.
Anything else? I'm slightly greedy.
Beyond that, he's just got a simple, mostly simple, effects to him. Does have a timekeeper's watch. And as you kind of thumb through his personal effects, you find his kind of side pouch. Well, you got to start ruffling through his side pouch, tossing out just whatever, and eventually you flip one open, and it's a portrait, a drawn portrait. What seems to be him around two younger females looking very similar to him, and a female standing behind him with his arms around his shoulders.
Artemis feels no guilt about what she's done. Puts a blanket over him and just. I make sure I have gloves on and just take a little blade and make it look like he was robbed.
Okay. All right. So once you set up a distraction to your murder, you murdered the fuck out of that dead body. What do you do afterwards? Are you gonna venture off back to the golden chip where you last saw the Banditos?
Yes, but I'll just casually make my way through by the markets, just seeing if there's.
Yeah, absolutely. Just for the sake of brevity, you stop off at the market and do find your way to a blacksmith, who will sell you an appropriate scabbard and refit the hilt to be able to be handled with or without the assistance of gloves.
Okay.
Which will run you 5 gold.
And I will stop by an apothecary to get my hand that I touched the sword with treated. In case when I touched it.
Speaking of, just roll me a Constitution save. And because it was a very brief touch of it, do that at advantage. Yes, puppy?
19.
Cool. You visit the apothecary and because he'll tell you like, it kind of looks over your palms like, oh, I can understand why you'd be scared of the corruption, but it doesn't seem you don't seem to be presenting any of the early onset symptoms. I think you're okay.
I tip him 5 silver and say thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
Um,
Any other shops?
well, I mean, with what Aldane did in the life dome,
Mm-hmm.
is there anywhere I can get a couple potions of water breathing?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact,
I know,
there's
I know Aldine can bring. Sorry.
there is a general purposes shop. Um, that that's just I don't want to ruin it for you, but just the it's this person's name and general goods and your magical needs here.
Yeah. Okay. Does he like wearing purple? And does he have a thing for male elvish? Okay. Damn it. Okay. I didn't want to go there. Didn't want to go there. So yeah, I just want to get like 4 potions of water breathing, please.
Hey there. Hey, welcome in. What can I get for you?
All right. Yes, I'm looking for 4 potions of water breathing, please.
Hey,
If you have.
yeah, absolutely. I think we got those. Hey, Puma, do we still have those bottles of water breathing back there? Yeah, I think pretty sure we got a whole box of them in last week. Well, could you bring them out for us? Let's not keep this lovely lady waiting. You can't find good help anymore. That's why I just made myself my own help. um,
Nobody wants to work these days.
and eventually, you from the curtain opens up, and what seems to be an exact copy of the furbolg in front of you comes out with a box like, here you go. Oh, thanks for that, Puma. No problem, Puma. And he the one that came out returns back to the back, like, all right, here you go. That'll
And
be
and
that'll
like
be
he's,
a
and I'll say, thank you, Pumat.
yeah, yeah, no problem.
I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah, those will be about those will run you about 75 gold apiece.
Wonderful, thank you. I put, I think that's what?
it was 5 bottles,
300.
so yeah,
375.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for your patronage, and next time you find yourself in need, well, come on back and see your buddies Puma, Puma, and Puma.
Be more than happy to. I've heard great things about this place.
All right, well, you take good care of yourself out there. You do the same. I was talking to the customer. I know, I'm talking
Bye,
to her
Pumat.
too. Could you guys
Bye,
stop
Pumat.
fighting?
And this bantering continues as you walk out.
Then I make my way to the casino, pocket the potions into the bag, and just like,
Alrighty. And with that, the bandito, the rest of the banditos proper have just kind of taken down the last bites of their breakfast and are in progress of polishing off that last Irish whiskey.
Ah, the cat comes back to the cradle, I see. Did I say it right? You
no.
weird sayings. I tried to say a saying like they say. I don't know. I guess it didn't work. Hi, is everybody else okay?
I looked at all four of them like, well, so far nobody's in jail.
This Irish coffee is the best I've ever had.
Dude, have you had one of these before? It's called an Irish coffee. It's a family halfling recipe.
It's delicious.
Those crazy halflings know how to eat and drink. That is for sure.
They know how to get my appetite all right.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I think the plan is to go and say a hello to Prolapse and damn it, Prolix.
Nope.
Said it.
He said it.
Oh,
Aldane,
no.
Aldane, you feel a searing headache start to take you over. You are dealt 3 points of psychic damage.
654.
Y'all thought I was kidding.
Prolix,
Y'all thought I was kidding.
to go see Prolix and find out just why he sent us into multiple traps in a row.
That's fair enough.
As Aldane starts to get a little bit of a vicious looking face.
So you guys are done. We can go.
I'm good to go.
And I checked my leaf. Yeah, I got my fresh leaf in. I'm good.
How many of those Irish coffees did you have?
I don't know, this much worth. I gave a bunch of coins, and they told me how many coins to give, and I gave them that many coins, and I don't know what it was.
Well, as many people have said before, and I'm sure I'll say again, you're a good person.
No, this Irish coffee is a good drink.
That's why
they're a good person for making it. Bye, Irish.
We have somewhere to go.
Oh well, you all take good care. Come back and see us again.
I will definitely come back for this Irish coffee.
And with that, you all kind of make your way out, and it takes you about 20 minutes of walking before you end up at the front door of Prolix's home.
Knock on the door.
Just a minute.
And
I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on myself.
There we go again.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Actually, pretty good.
Talk.
Please.
Well, I would presume nothing less. Yeah. Come on in.
Okay.
And he lets you all in, and he pulls out chairs for you. He's like, okay, so how did it go?
As he's opening the door, or let me rephrase this. On the way to the door, as we're going there, I need to check with the party. Do one of you guys want to question, or am I doing the questioning here? And I'm being very clear that questioning is an aggressive questioning.
Guess I'm pretty high on my Irish coffee, so I guess you do you.
I'll do the questioning since I'm focused.
As he's opening the door, wild-shaped polar bear pick him up. As soon as the door opens, wild-shaped polar bear bonus action and pick him up against the wall.
Okay.
I take a blunt thing and say, down.
No more Irish coffee for you if you continue this behavior longer, man.
I do the dog thing, like down.
I drag him to his favorite chair and place him down in his favorite chair, and I am still in polar bear form.
Hi guys.
After locking the door in his normal manner, I stand in front of Aldine and say, Go in the corner. Don't make me use this on your snout again.
Bad boy.
I will drop
my
out of...
bite's worth My growl's worse.
Yeah, bear speak only for Aldane.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. I will step a couple of feet aside.
All right, there we go.
Still in
Good
bear
boy.
form.
Can I try
Oh.
to pet him to calm him down?
Does Boltar do anything to add to the intimidation factor? Or what is Boltar doing since you're playing
That's a
him?
good question.
Boltar was probably a little bit surprised because to see me be mean like that would probably surprise Boltar, even though I was saying aggressive questioning, but that level of aggression isn't standard for Aldane. So it would probably surprise Boltar. I don't think he would have done anything actively there. But once it started, he's probably going to step in and be like, yeah, you watch out for my friend. He'll eat you. You better tell us what you know. What the hell is going on?
I sit down.
Hi. I would
gently
say
put my hand.
I would say it's good to see you, but what the hell?
I gently put one of my hands on his hand, and I say, "I assume by now you've heard we've been to we've been to where you sent us. We've been to the Life Dome. We have returned from the Life Dome, and we have a few questions."
I have not been given any. You're the ones doing the reporting. Like, I don't hear what happens at the Life Dome and tell me what happens at the Life Dome.
Roar!
Ah!
Roar! 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 Roar!
Can I try to pet the LJ? To calm him down, because he seems to be very pissed off.
As I
six
pantomime
anime.
an attack and bolt, and then I roll over to Boltar, and I'm like, roar, 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 roar.
Can I please try to calm him down with petting, please?
Oh, no, I'm not being angry. I'm pantomiming us being attacked and injured.
One
Ah.
of you that's not in bear
guess fair
form, tell me what the hell just happened.
I basically fill him in about the invisible stalkers, about unfortunately making a bit of a dent in some of the plants with a fireball.
He almost died, by the way.
And basically find no entrance, what happened, etc., etc., etc. I give him the 411.
Oh gosh, guy, and wait, you're mad at me? Why are you mad at me?
I'm not mad at you.
He is.
He's not gonna do anything to you. You're fine.
I would feel more fine if I didn't have an angry polar bear that looks like he's a bit hungry.
You call that angry? He's just the morning after.
When he says that, I drop out of polar bear form and be like, I'm not hungry. I just had a bunch of Irish whiskeys. Son of a dang it. Why did I drop out of form?
I told you.
And I do it just like that. Poof, I'm not hungry. I just had a bunch of Irish whiskey. Son of a, why did I drop out of my form?
Got him.
Goodness.
Mr. Prolix, would you like some tea? Here for a cup of tea.
Wait, I'm mad at you.
What did I do?
You sent us into not one, but 2 traps.
He died almost for you, man. Come on.
And you see me. Oh. Yeah, when you say it like that, it looks bad.
It stings, doesn't it?
The first time, I had an elephant tusk go through my belly. I got stepped on and squished as a snake twice. The second time, I got almost drowned. I got battered by invisible stalkers, and my friend almost died.
I'm that friend.
Him too.
Well, thanks for you that our relationship is so great to you. Thank you very much. I'll remember it. Don't worry.
Oh gosh, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know that didn't know those things were gonna happen. Like, especially the elephant. That was supposed to just be a half day thing. You walk there, you grab the thing, and you come back. Like it was supposed to be an easy thing.
But then it turns out there's a quite big elephant in the room, if you know what I'm talking about.
There was a pretty big elephant in the room.
I see what you mean, but it was not my intention for you to keep being ambushed like that.
Sure.
So answer me this. Or answer her. She's got a question. She goes first.
We understand these missions you send us on has a set of risks. We accept those risks. I ask, please forgive us for losing our temper. Some of us losing our temper over this. It's one of the hazards of being an adventurer. Now, we have done what you've asked. We have done what's been asked of us. We would please like, for the next whatever assignment you're going to have for us, please give us a bit more detail of what could happen.
I will.
Who sent the invisible stalkers at us?
I would like to know that.
No, like
Of
I
course
was
you don't.
I was given information.
Who
That
gave you
they're-
information?
That's a.
I got it.
I know the name begins with an L. I want to say Lamel.
Lamau.
Take a moment. Take a moment. I will brew us some tea.
I
That should
was-
help with your memory.
I was. This was information given to me by a trusted informant.
And who might that be?
I don't feel comfortable telling you just now.
A trusted informant
I-
that knew to send stalkers there at the Life Dome to kill us.
It does seem rather
Specific.
specific. Yes. Look. Give me time because as it stands right now, if this is what I think it is, then I'm going to need evidence to bring to the Allegiance. So, in the meantime, maybe I can regain some of your trust by let me pay you for the job first. And he'll stand up and is like, is it okay if I go to my okay? And you
Why
see
wouldn't
him.
it be? They
Continue.
like look around. Why wouldn't
You
it
see-
be okay? This is
you
your
see-
house.
You see him go, stand up and run, kind of just bolt upstairs, and you hear him, go, and you hear heavy thuds hit the ground, and then followed by a.
I'm gonna
And then
use
he-
some druidcraft to make the plants in his house like bloom.
And he comes back downstairs, and he's like, and he's got, some, essentially just holding Scrooge McDuck sacks of gold. He's like,
Ooh.
okay, there you go. It's so pretty in here.
You have really
And
nice
there's-
plants.
And there's a thing of tea for him right there. It's like I'm just pouring the lot. Filling.
Oh God. Oh, this is the calming kind. Oh, thank you. Y'all gave me a good proper scare there. And you see him put his fingers in like, my
Are you
heart's
okay? Do you
still.
need healing?
I don't need healing. I might
That's
need a
only
new
a-
pair. After the polar bear form, I may need new underwear. So if you're offering,
Prestidigitation.
Oh god.
ah! Oh. Well, I suppose that works too. I forget, magic is such a wonderful thing. And he hands each of you, you each get a little, bag of gold, each of which containing 150 gold.
115 gold. Ooh. Always pleasure doing business.
Oh, I wish I could say the pleasure was all mine, but apparently I keep sending my my old friends into the pit of danger, and
Yeah, I would prefer if you next time send it somewhere where we don't die. Just saying.
You are professional adventurers. Artemis over here said that you guys accept that risk. I will endeavor to do better in getting you some better information. So that's absolutely fair.
Oh, I've
Um,
got no problem killing
but
invisible stalkers. I just want to know who is sending them at me.
well, again, I don't want to give names until I have better information myself. Um,
Do I need to find somebody? I'll find them.
Now, if I get the feeling that for this person's specialty, the more eyes that are on them, the more suspicious they will become. So, let me see what I can find first, because I'm less likely to arouse any suspicions. But in the meantime, along with your payment, may I present to you all this? And he slides each of you a very, what looks to be kind of somewhere in between, the reflectiveness of silver and chrome, and a very decorative coin. Um, and all these coins are also sitting on top of various types of clothing that would kind of match all of your tastes. He's like, I had them custom tailored, but if you don't want to, if you prefer what you're currently wearing, I won't take it personally. But as members of the Allegiance of All Sight, you might not need to be identified as such.
Allegiant of All Sight clothing.
As well as a member coin.
I fixed the coin.
Elite of all sight coin. All right.
On a piece of my armor, like maybe inside of one of the gauntlet or something like that, so it's like easy. I'm fine.
Cool. Got it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do some investigation, but in the meantime, that might take me a few days, so I will reach out to you guys the moment I know anything.
And if
Great.
you need
I
our
appreciate
help,
it.
let us know.
What she said.
I sure will. And before all of you leave, and maybe before you eat me, I was
would have
given.
never eaten you. I just would have disemboweled you. That's all.
That's almost worse, and I almost.
I would
No,
get food poisoning.
He's kidding. He's kidding.
I almost don't want to
that.
give you this, but I know the other one would beat the ever living shit out of me if I didn't.
No, we're good now. It's fine. We're good now.
You see him ruffle through his desk where he's just got stacks of unassorted papers, research, open books with no rhyme or reason to any of it. But you can see to him it makes perfect sense. But he eventually kind of finds there it is. He pulls out an envelope with a wax seal that is still intact on it. He's like, someone wanted you to have this, and he hands the letter or the envelope over to you, Aldane.
Oh, to me to have it or the party to have it?
It was specifically addressed to you.
Ooh. I'll open it up and take a look at it.
You open it up.
We'll leave you to your research, and we'll get about our day. Thank you for your hospitality.
You're quite welcome. Maybe next time, more tea, less bears would be my only request.
All right. Look. I thought you were trying to murder us, and I was trying to be careful you didn't have another trap planned. We're good now. I know you're not trying to murder us now. We're good.
Okay, let's go.
We're fine. We'll manage.
Aldane, do you open the letter the moment you get outside?
Yeah.
Hello there, friend. It's been a long time since I've seen you and spoken to you. I know both our parties didn't quite part on the most
No,
happiest
not
of
them.
terms. But I haven't seen you in so long. I
And
do miss you, my little raven friend.
Maggie?
If you would like, I will be getting lunch at the Board Quill on this date at this time, to be determined. Um, if you would like to join me, I would like to see you, my favorite friend. Signed, Maggie.
Aww.
Oh yeah, totally gonna be there. 100% gonna be there.
The only one I don't like, don't like.
Is dead.
Aldane is almost in tears right now. So happy.
Aw. She's a real one.
I take a second to dole out the water breathing potions to Aldane, to Baltar, to everybody. So each of you has a potion of water breathing.
Hey.
Just because of what happened in the life dome.
I'll give my
Potion.
potion back to you because I can just make us all breathe water anytime I want for free.
Just hang on to it in case you run out of spells or an emergency.
I guess you never know until
Okay.
you know.
Sure.
It's
Thank
literal
you.
break glass in case of emergency.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, guys. Well, it is 10 p.m. Eastern here.
4 p.m. by the way, 4 p.m.
4 a.m. for you. With that, I do believe we are going to end tonight's session. So thank you, all of you at home. Sorry for not looking at you with the camera and pulling up the announcements because, as I typically like to say, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, God help you. But if you did, well, the good news is while tonight's session is ending, we have more wonderful tabletop RPG goodness coming your way this week, starting with tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Rifts Megaversal Mayhem, Episode 6, titled Reawakening the Rift, where the group pulled a confusing ruse to gain entrance to the lab, surprisingly. However, the reunion was cut short as King Ermedin began smashing consoles, opening a rift that allowed a behemoth to cross through. How will this battle go? Find out. After that, so the time and day for this is at the very bottom of this description, so bear with. So, coming next, we have despite a passionate Twitter campaign, the channel pulled the plug on Cookie Trek after the shocking finale where the entire crew of the USS fan service met their untimely demise. Undeterred, Simon and Rufus attempted the reboot with Cookie Trek Phase 2, introducing the enigmatic Zahn to the crew. But once again, the channel gave it the cold shoulder. How dare we? However, after realizing that it had already sold ad space, the channel came crawling back, demanding a big budget spectacle. Now, Simon and Rufus are back with Cookie Trek, the motion picture. They're working tirelessly to reunite the original cast, but just in case, they brought in two fresh, good-looking faces, and Zahn, to spice things up. Get ready for iconic moments, epic scenes, slow camera pans, and hours of special effects as the crew regathers to face off against mysterious energy clouds and the enigmatic Tarosta. Join us this Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Cookie Trek, the motion picture, titled "The Cash Grab is Just Beginning." We are off on Saturday, but then Sunday, the 18th, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have the next episode of Tomb of Annihilation, where DM Dave and Goliath, no, not that one, Kenneth found a massive ruby with magic detecting powers. Jaeger fed gems to a gargoyle statue, and the Cure tried to Ant-Man a giant demon, all while Scrod kept up his babysitting duties. Join us next time for more chaos in the Tomb of the Nine Gods. After that, we got Monday, 8:30 p.m. And nothing with long descriptors like that. But 8:30 p.m. On Monday the 19th, we have the next episode of Star Trek Bajor Rising. Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Star Trek Strange New Playtest. And in this time slot next week, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the next harrowing episode of Dungeons of Dragonheim. So with the announcements out of the way, broadcast, do we have a raid? Looks like we do. Guys, looks like we are raiding Just the Human. So when you get in there, drop those emotes, be engaging, be fun. Most importantly, don't be a dick. Because after you leave here, you are representing us, so be awesome. And apparently they're doing a charity stream supporting St. Jude. So hey, if you got a couple extra bucks, that's a wonderful cause to donate to. So until we see you guys next time, a fortnight from now, take care of yourselves. We love you very much. Keep building your own stories, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.